Hey y'all, big news. There is a new life simulation game coming out this September. For those of you who don't know, The Sims is like the only life simulation game out there. It has basically no competition. So whenever there's a new one being talked about, everyone's like, and this one is made by the creators of City Skylines, which is a massive game that I personally really, really love. They did a presentation on it today when I'm filming this, and I'm gonna go through some of the things that they showed and talked about. I haven't seen it. I've only seen the very short trailer they released, but let's get into it. Okay, so they released this new trailer today. It's a little bit longer than the original one that they released, so let's see. It's called Life by You, by the way. I don't even think I mentioned that. All footage captured in-game built open world life simulator. Oh, putting the laundry away. We're gardening. Oh, it's pretty. We're cooking. I don't know how I feel about the art style yet. And it looks, I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest. It's just not my jam. Proposing. We've got some romance. What is this? Investigating a trove. We're skateboarding. I see cars. I see buses. Real conversations. Look, they're speaking English. We're shopping. Go shopping? Advance their jobs and careers. Okay, this is not a rabbit hole. Control anyone at any time. Okay. Take direct control. Okay. Customize your world. Tell your stories. Whoa. Character creator. Okay, yeah. Lot creator. We're dragging walls. Oh, I see the little money thing went up. That was kind of satisfying, I'm not gonna lie. Existing lots. Barn house. Whoa. Oh, you can put it anywhere. I love that. I do. Whoa, mod creator. Quest? Recipe? Wow. Okay, look at this. Early access, September 12th, 2023. That is this fall. Of course, it does say early access, so, you know, that does mean that the game technically is not totally finished. However, I was told that the reason they're doing this is because they really want to get a lot of feedback from players and from other content creators about what is good and what is not good and what changes they can make. So that's really nice. They also did say that the art style is not like complete. It's not polished yet, which is why you might think it looks a little bit funny. I think it looks a little bit funny. So the reason why Simmers are a little excited about this is because Rod Humble worked on The Sims 2 and 3, I believe. He was an executive producer of The Sims 2. So they've got a Sims guy on the team.
Life by You, as I hope you'll have seen, is one of the most moddable and open life sims.
Moddable.
Yeah, and I think that's actually one of the things the community has been asking about the most is how open is this game? Rod, I think you're one of the best people to speak to that. Would you mind telling the community a bit more?
Let's hear about
When
it,
we
Rod.
started making Life by You, open world was at the center of our game design. And that's
Love it.
because life doesn't have any loading screens, and we didn't want any loading screens either.
Is that tea? Have shots been fired? I live for the drama.
So we wanted you to be able to move around your world and change how you play anytime you wish. So for example, if you've made a household and one person's at home, maybe cooking, one person's at work, one person's down the beach socializing, you can swap between them anytime. You just click on their portrait and the camera will pan. There's no loading screens between buildings, between the world, or at all. You just move it around. In addition, when you do select somebody, if there's any non-player characters around, you can take them over if you want. If you decide, I want to play their life for a while or permanently, you can take them over, all of their memories, their relationships, their loves, their hates, their possessions.
What?
All of it is stored and they're playing by the same rules you are.
Interesting. So that's kind of like a totally different way to play rather than like, I'm comparing everything to The Sims because that's really the only one I know of. Because in The Sims, you can bounce around from different households if you want to, but I think most people play with just one. And it's obviously not super easy to just jump to somebody else that's not in your household. You have to like go to the map, choose a new household, multiple loading screens involved. So that's very interesting.
You want within the open world. In addition to that, you can click to move, so you can click anywhere you like in the world, and your agent will drive there or walk there.
Your agent. You hear that? Agent. Are they secret agents?
We want lots of things to do, and so we've added spawnables and collectibles. We've got a whole editor that enables you to add your own, but by default, when you load up the game, you'll see that we've got seashells, archaeology, a whole bunch of spawnables out there for you to discover and collect.
Love a good collectible for rags to riches, and you know that's my favorite way to play. Is this game rags to riches approved?
None of it uses rabbit holes. It's all running all the time, and it's not only open spatially, it's also open in terms of time. You can time skip forward a decade if you want at the click of a button.
What?
But that's what we mean by open world. It's open in terms of space,
A
in terms of
decade?
gameplay, in terms of game system, and in terms of time. And we really hope that you're going to like it.
Thank you so
Holy
much,
cow.
Rod. That was really, for me,
Give it up for Rod. Give it up.
speaking of creating, we have a lot of builders who are watching right now, and I think
That's me.
you'll be excited to see our next segment. We have our senior game designer, Hannah, who's actually going to walk through some of our
Okay,
builds.
come on, Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm a senior game designer working on Life by You.
Okay, let's look at this for a second. These houses look really nice. Can I just say that the graphics, I think what's really, I mean this with peace and love, it's giving me the ick a little with how contrasted the shadows and the lighting are. Good shadows and lighting are fantastic, but like it's sometimes when it's like a little too much, it just feels like every unfinished game I've ever seen kind of has like really bad shadows and lighting, or like really like too harsh, or not enough. It goes both ways. I feel like that's what's bothering me. Not that this looks bad, but like in the gameplay, it sort of is like a little too contrasty. Maybe that's just me. Look at that car dealership. Hello. Also boho house, beach hangout, boutique hotel. Did somebody say hotels?
The lot editor tool allows players
You can
to
change the
create
lot
and
size?
edit pre-existing lots. This means any lot from the beach to the public buildings to the homes to the
Also the AI. I have this thing about AI that's on the side of games. I don't like it. I don't know if it's because I've played The Sims for so long and the AI. Beep boop. The UI is always at the bottom. Maybe I'm just used to it, but UI that's on the side, I just don't like it. I don't know. It gives like mobile game. I don't know.
businesses that we provide you are editable, or you can create your own versions of all of these. The region editor tool allows you to move around all the lots in the game. So if you have a few you like and want to clump them together in a little neighborhood, that is fair game. If you're just
Love it.
tired of driving to work and don't want to anymore, you can move your office right next door.
Shut up. Can you imagine? I'm sick of my 30-minute commute. Bring the office to me.
All the lots in our game were created using these lot editor tools, and I used the region editor to create the two neighborhoods that you'll see in game. And
Oh my God, the
I'm
bit
most
rate.
excited to see what players are going to do with the things that we give them as building blocks, and I'm especially excited to see what players will build from the ground up.
That is actually so cool. It's very much giving like Sims 2, Sims 3, you could place slots wherever you wanted. Obviously that makes sense for Sims 3 because it was an open world. Loving what I'm hearing so far. Honestly, very excited.
Conversations is one of the ways in which you can build
I swear our landlord is the worst. We get along so well. You seem troubled.
the relationships with the characters in your world. But what's really interesting about this feature is that all the conversations are being generated based off of your unique situation. So who you're talking to, where you're talking to them, and the type of relationship you have with that person, these are all getting factored into how that conversation unfolds. What this does is it creates a gameplay system that is emergent in storytelling and allows for no two conversations to ever be alike. There are countless choices and thousands of unique lines of written dialogue. So you really get to choose how you respond in any of these situations.
Okay, so it feels like there's a bit of like an RPG sort of vibe mixed in, which I think is so cool. I kind of like that. I guess I never really thought about it because like with Sims, you kind of know what they're talking about, but like not really. Obviously, they don't speak English. No two conversations are like interesting.
Almost every choice will affect the relationship in some way. So whether you want to be flirty or friendly or antagonistic, you really have the ability to steer the conversation in the direction that you want to take it, as well as the relationship. One of my favorite things to do is to eavesdrop on the humans in the world. I've been working on this game for a while now, and I'm constantly surprised at the conversations that are happening uniquely in the world. I think this is going to open up a lot of opportunities for creative.
You can hear other people's conversations. What did I say earlier? I live for the drama. So I hope that I eavesdrop on some juicy gossip.
And there's actually a whole conversation creator, which let's throw it back to Gabriel for this because he's our resident expert on
We're
this.
creating
Back to you,
conversations?
Gabriel.
I was given the opportunity to help design the workflow for creating conversations using the conversation creator. We knew from the very beginning we wanted to create a real language conversation system, but it was an extremely ambitious idea. So we needed a tool that would allow us to create a lot of choices and dialogue quickly. But not just that, we wanted to be able to share that tool with the player. With the conversation creator, you can create your own dialogue and tell your own stories. The same tools that we're using to design the gameplay for conversations, we're making available to you, the player. You can edit existing lines of dialogue or create entirely new ones. For those of you who like to write and make a lot of dialogue options, we have a tool that allows you to bulk edit and import your content.
Oh my God.
And the best part is you get to share this with the community so people can play your stories. The dream has always been to collaborate with the player and to be inspired by what they make. The conversation creator is a powerful tool that's going to allow you to tell your own stories and share.
Funny, they're talking about the conversation tool and I have nothing to say. What? It's very much giving RPG, which is cool. Now, personally, I am not creative enough to come up with stories and write my own dialogues, but I know other people are, and if I get to play what they make, that's really cool. Can you imagine? Like, I can see the video ideas now. Playing your stories. Like, that's so fun. Like, I can see what you guys make. Like, that is so cool. Also, I want to note something. Player gives quest. Player receives quests. We got quests? I love a quest. I really do. I love a good objective. So this is cool. So this is the tool that they've used to make all the conversations, and the fact that the players have access to that too is really cool. Like, look at like, there are so many, dude. Perhaps we're too alike to ever get along. Look, there's percentages. Interesting. Yes answer. Wish I knew so I could annoy you even more. Yes response. You just answered my question. No answer. I'll try to stop whatever's bothering you. No response. That was very not annoying of you. Interesting. I haven't got time for your crap right now. That's so funny.
Talk us through our object editor.
Object editor.
It's Hannah again.
Okay, let's hear it.
Now let's talk about the object editor tool. You can add, change, or attach functionality to any of the objects in game with this tool. If you want to go deep with it, you can create your own scripts with the script editor and add those onto objects. If you just want to mess around and break the rules a little bit, you can do so. An example of this would be if you want to use a flower bush as a toilet.
I've got deja vu.
We use these editors to create everything in the base game, and we
Holy
wanted
cow.
to make all the tools available to us as designers available to you as players.
Oh,
We'll
that's
be
so
showing
cool.
off more creator tools in the coming months, including a model editor that will allow you to change the look and feel of some of these objects.
The modders are gonna go buck wild when they see this. This a little too advanced for little old me. But the people who love to mod things, like, having these tools at your disposal is like so easy and nice. Very convenient.
We've really only scratched the surface. We hope to give you all of the tools to basically run free, you know, and be as creative as you need to be.
Yeah, we just want to give you the keys to your creative world and to express yourself with the freedom however you like.
Yeah, and definitely stay tuned for more information about all of this. We're looking out
Wow.
for our mod community, and we're so excited. to share.
Literally.
Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. How can you get Life by You?
Life by You is available for pre-order now on the Epic Games Store. If you pre-order, you
Games.
gain our Life Begins pack, which includes a vintage scooter that you can customize any way you like, a fashion pack, a decor pack. You get the full version of the game when it's released, and you gain early access later this year.
Early access. Why early access? Here to talk more about this is Amanda, COO of Paradox Tectonic.
We've been working on this game for a really long time. The core mechanics are there, and we have some really fun and innovative features, as you've just heard.
Yeah.
Life simulation fans have been waiting for a game like this for a really long time, and you won't have to wait much longer. We want to get the game in the community's hands as quickly as possible to start iterating on their feedback and to prioritize the content and features that matter most to you.
All right, well, that is basically the gist of the event that was released today. This has way more than I thought when I first saw the trailer. All of that is super, super exciting, especially if you are a modder. That is gonna be right up your alley. But leave a comment down below. Please let me know what your thoughts are about this. Personally, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Would obviously love to see some gameplay besides just what they've shown here. And this is just me. Maybe y'all out there, y'all disagree. The graphics and the UI need a little bit of tweaking, which is fine. Even The Sims 4 tweaked its UI like after it had already released. So I know those changes can be made, but that's really my only two like negative things to say. say right now. Obviously, I haven't really seen too much of the gameplay, but I really want to. What do you guys think? I'm loving the open world. I'm loving the cars. I'm loving all the customability. Customizability. That sounds stupid. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I have a link to this announcement down below if you want to watch the full presentation. Obviously, I just skimmed through it. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.